So your Google Business Profile, honestly, for a lot of home and local service providers, it's like just as important as your website itself. This is honestly one of the most impactful tools that you can use to not only get found on Google, but to have a strong presence for your business within your local service areas, and really just making sure that you're driving leads and communication through search engines. So all SEO starts local. It's kind of a rule that we have. You can't just overnight just be a huge national brand or anything like that on search engines. You have to have kind of your local presence and build from there. So the Google Business Profile is specifically for sort of like local businesses that have a location and are serving a local service area. So it's so important to mention here. A lot of times too. I obviously work with a lot of home and local service providers. I manage their Google Business Profile for them. The first time I go to their Google Business Profile, all the time I see this, they don't even fill the whole thing out. So right off the top of this bullet point list here, make sure it is up to date and completely filled out. This is so important. With your Google Business Profile, you can actually indicate the service areas that your business strategically targets and you tend to work most in. Make sure that is also filled out, because that's going to help accuracy of when someone local to you is looking for your particular service. They're looking for a roofer, an interior designer, siding company, restoration company. You're only going to come up in the areas that you have your service areas filled out for. Make sure that you're using the advanced features in there for listing your products, listing your services out, very important, and the messages feature, because now they have this cool, great new feature where if someone is searching for a local or home service provider and all the Google business listings come up directly from the Google search, they don't even have to go to your website. Right there from the Google search, they can start a conversation with you if you have the messages feature on. So now you're driving leads directly from search results. This is a game changer for so many businesses. Kind of an amazing thing. And we all understand the importance of testimonials and reviews, but now Google Business Profiles have really kind of become like the #1 place where people go to kind of feel like, hey, I can trust this business, or and I'm going to either engage with them and do business with them and hire them, or I'll go look for someone else. And a lot of it boils down to the reviews. So if you already have a Google Business Profile, or if you're going to go set one up after this conversation, get reviews. Every time you finish a job, wrap it into your sequence that you're always going to just make sure that from that happy customer, we're going to make sure that we get that 5-star review. The more reviews you have, we're going to talk about the digital consumer journey here at the end, and how important it all kind of comes around full circle. The more reviews that you have, the more leads you're going to generate, and the more people are going to trust your business, and it's just going to help you grow your business over time. So get reviews, especially on your Google Business Profile. It's certainly important on any of the various networking or job site or various job websites. We're going to talk a bunch about all of that in just a minute, but with the Google Business Profile, the reviews is such an important feature. Another really huge feature here, I'm spending a lot of time on the Google Business Profile right now because it's that important, the updates feature. So you can go into the updates feature, and I get asked the question all the time, like, we do that like once every couple of months or whatever, we'll add a new update. That's not enough. You should be treating this like it's a social media network of its own, like it's a little mini blog right there on Google. And now what's happening is the businesses who are using the updates feature regularly, they're posting on it multiple times a week, or at least a few times a month. Those related posts that you're making in the updates, they're going to show up in related search terms. This is like huge, and it's just a great opportunity to show that #1, you're active and people want to engage with you, but also if there's anything that's related in a search, those updates are going to really just help you drive more people to your website. So treat the Google Business Profile updates feature like it's its own little social network, and make sure that you're keeping that active and up to date all the time. And for anyone who is running any Google ads or anything like that, make sure that you are using the Google local service ads. This is very important. I'm sure plenty of you have seen that, some Google business profiles, they get that green check mark. That's because they're Google verified. You have to go through a whole process with background checks and everything, but this is how you get guaranteed leads from Google searches, specifically within your local service area. So if you have a budget for running, some small ads on Google, or if you're already running Google ads, just the generic Google ads, switch it over to the local service ads. When you get that Google verified status, so many businesses that I work with, as soon as they get that green check mark, the phones just start ringing, and all of a sudden they're like, "Whoa, we have all this work." So really, really important. So again, just of all the SEO, things that we're going over and all the marketing topics we're talking about today, Google Business Profile should be top priority for everyone.